Have you ever heard of the legend of Red Olgor, the Destroyer of Worlds? It's not a legend the witch hunters would tell you. Yes, this one's from Pigman on Discord, and it's Demons of Chaos, so strap yourselves in for some fun. Red Olgor, the Prince of Slaughter, Destroyer of Worlds, with his plague-ridden companion here to heal him. And we've got a front line of blue horrors with some pinks in the back, including the Sour Guts. And yeah, lots of horrors for some cheap infantry. Looks like the Heralds of Khorne's Fury and some Fiends out there on the side for some elite mobility. And over on this side, we've also got some Screamers up against the Empire. Another Karl Franz Luminarch no-caster build, which is interesting, but the battle will be good nonetheless, I promise. With some Empire Knights here, lots of Empire Knights to protect, a couple of Outriders, grenade launchers, and 2 handgunners, including the Silver Bullets, Spearmen with shields. And yeah, again, no caster, which definitely in this matchup, Lore of Fire, even just Flaming Sword of Ruin on Lore of Fire to get that magic damage against demons is quite nice on pretty much all your units. But anyway, Luminarch going to be trying to net. Yep, looks like does net Red Olgor. He's going to eat face full of bullets there. Silver bullets and the handguns then get opened up on by the blues, though, and we get a fleshy abundance on Red Olgor himself. Templehof Luminarch was not able to get any shots during the uptime there as it was repositioning, so didn't actually take advantage of its own net in order to get any damage out, but Empire Knights quickly countercharging into the blues, trying to at least shut down a handful of them at a time, do some damage as well. Spearman fighting bravely in the front line. Red Olgor knows no fear though, so he's going to fly immediately in the back line and try and shut down this Luminarch as it takes a point-blank shot at him. The Empire Knights are there to attempt, at least, to protect. Nope, looks like they're actually countercharging the Fiends, which, yeah, the Fiends there, a little bit vulnerable. They are quite a squishy unit, but they do a lot of damage, that Soporific Musk especially. Now with the rear charge of the Heralds of Khorne's Fury, they're able to get some really good damage in. Red Olgor also shutting down the Templehof Luminarch in very short order. Meanwhile, the Empire is pressuring the Horrors, but some of the Empire Knights are starting to run out of steam a little bit there. Screamers get a nice rear charge. Empire grenade launchers, though, wow, doing some serious damage to those blues as the Empire Knights kind of act as a mobile blocking detachment. Honestly, the Knights plus grenade launchers is a really nice combination. Able to block and deal damage very efficiently. Missing the true battle of the fates, though, as Red Olgor and the Emperor face off here in the plains of Lustria, slopes of the Toothgrass Hill. Will they actually fight, or will they just stare menacingly at each other? Who knows? Karl, though, does pop all of his buffs, and unfortunately, due to the Empire Knights all standing in the way, he's not actually going to do any animations while he has the uptime. Oh, no. Okay, so they start to get a couple in there. A little bit of buggy interaction, but yeah, Reikland Runefang Galmaraz, obviously a huge power spike, so unfortunate that he loses out on some of the timing of that, but oh man, wow, that Plague Ridden just gets zapped by the Luminarch with its last breath as it flees from the Fiends, getting taken out by their spiked tails and weird crab hands. The Emperor also in the fight of his life here, actually fighting now, well, somewhat. Empire Knights are still blocking to a degree, but Karl's definitely taking the hits from Red Olgor there. Not the best, but Empire Knights try to rear charge the Fiends, and yeah, if the Fiends take the charges directly of the Empire Knights, they will take a decent amount of damage, although their physical resistance and decent melee defense, not great, but it is okay, especially when the Soporific Musk gives it basically +5 up to 43 effective melee defense, right? Actually can be surprisingly tanky, so now they're able to rat off the Empire Knights there. Red Olgor putting the finishing touches on Karl. And will that be the end for the Empire? Let's see. The grenade launchers are trying to fight back as best they can and just blast through all of the blues. They're doing a pretty decent job of it. The Empire Knights also managed to get through to the Sour Guts, shut them down. I honestly never see these guys. I don't even remember what their ROR ability is. No, they explode on death. Okay. It's going to make killing them a little bit more painful for those Empire Knights, but it is 100% armor-piercing damage, too. So, yeah, that will hurt the Knights as they fight. But Karl being chased off by Red Olgor here does mean that the Empire's time is limited, so it's going to be a relatively shorter battle today. that's okay. We've got some other absolute barn burner kind of long fights coming up and recently recorded, so plenty of hot action for you guys. But I like to give some variety, you know, not only variety in builds and factions, but skill levels as well. Not that these guys are bad. I'm not trying to talk crap on either of these players by any means, but not every single battle can be ultra sweaty MLG fun time, right? Sometimes you gotta fight battles like this, which are just for the glory. Yeah, those blues getting some nice counterfire on the grenade launchers, but the grenade launchers returning in kind, making the Sour Guts feel their own explosions there. It's crazy that it's pretty much just down to the Fiends and Red Olgor. Empire's got like a gaggle of tattered spearmen, but yeah, just with these blues alone, or the pinks even, they're standing firm in the face of many grenades, firing in their little column formation, dealing some nice damage in return. And as the grenade launchers take damage, that is going to affect the balance of power more and more, and it's likely to lead to army losses. I mean, it's not like a few tattered spearmen can hope to stand against the might of Red Olgor, who is now racing back to the battle, but doesn't even need to. Pinks are able to carry the end there, finish off the Empire. So, again, not trying to talk crap about either of these players or say that they're low skilled necessarily, but it's fun to see these kind of different types of builds. I mean, obviously the Empire would have benefited greatly from having a caster there. Also, against demons, generally they don't have enough armor, I feel like, to warrant handguns. Free Company actually can be very decent because of their high DPS at short range. In fact, they've got decent enough melee stats to hold their own against certain demon units, although something dedicated like Bloodletters will absolutely massacre them. But again, Flaming Sword of Ruin with that up-close burst DPS, a few Free Company can easily gun down, you know, a Bloodletter or something like that. So definitely would swap this composition out a little bit specifically to deal with demons, but I like a lot of elements of it for certain. As for the demons themselves, Red Olgor plus healing definitely seems like a fun combination. Like the usage of the Fiends as well, they were able to do a really nice job, even if they are a unit that, due to their vulnerability and glass cannon nature, you don't see them super often. I feel like Slaanesh also, for mobility options, generally just has better choices these days. I mean, Fiends are pretty good. You have some other good AP kind of options, right? But generally right now, the Sword and Shield Chaos Knights of Slaanesh are your best mobility option, although they are not as fast as something like Seekers or the Fiends. But anyway, not available for demons, obviously, so you gotta go with something else. And yeah, the Sour Guts as well, able to get quite a bit of value back. We'll have to take a second look at those guys, perhaps. But a fun one nonetheless. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.